Welcome to Biology My Passion. I am Saumya Harikrishna. We have been doing the series of questions in life processes. Today we will do some 2 mark questions which are competency based or previously asked questions. Now, for your information, all lessons and videos are available in 2 languages, English and Malayalam, in my channel. You can go to the channel and check the playlist. Separate playlists have been created for them. I have given the link of extra questions in the description box where you will find multiple choice questions and numericals from physics. It's not only biology lessons have been uploaded, physics, chemistry and biology lessons, all chapters are available in the channel. The length of the small intestine differs in various animals depending on the food they eat. Identify which of the two belongs to a carnivore and herbivore respectively. Justify your answer with a reason. Comparing the length of the small intestine, we can see A has a shorter small intestine than B. So A is carnivore, B is a herbivore. So the length of the small intestine differs in various animals depending on the food they eat. Herbivores eating grass needs a longer small intestine to allow the cellulose to be digested. Meat is easier to digest, hence carnivores like tigers have a shorter small intestine. Next question. Name the component of blood which transport carbon dioxide, food and nitrogenous waste. Plasma carries all these substances, whereas oxygen is transported by red blood corpuscles because they have hemoglobin pigment which helps in this process. Next question is from excretion. Urine formation takes place in the kidneys. It involves 3 major processes: ultrafiltration, reabsorption and tubular secretion. Where do ultrafiltration and reabsorption process takes place in the nephron? Give reason. Ultrafiltration happens in the glomerulus. Blood flows under pressure through the glomerular capillaries and get filtered into the Bowman's capsule. Whereas reabsorption happens in the tubular part of the nephron. They are very long structures. When filtrate passes through it, reabsorption takes place. Now, next question. Separation of right side and left side of heart in birds and mammals. Gaseous exchange takes place continuous non-stop in the lungs even during exhalation. You have to give reason for these statements. So the first one, separation of right side and the left side of the heart in birds and mammals because of to ensure efficient supply of oxygen to the body, to satisfy the high energy needs in them because they need to maintain their body temperature as they are warm-blooded animals. Gaseous exchange takes place continuous non-stop in the lungs even during exhalation because of residual volume. Because residual volume is the amount of air remaining in the lungs even after a forceful exhalation. Why is excretion necessary in human body? How is the amount of urine produced regulated? Excretion is necessary because metabolic processes generate harmful nitrogenous waste which need to be removed for the healthy functioning of the body. Regulation depends on factors such as the amount of excess water in the body, which regulates the rate of reabsorption of water, and on how much of dissolved waste there is to be excreted. Why the human heart does have different chambers? Why do the ventricles have thicker walls than atria? Both carbon dioxide and oxygen have to be transported by the blood. The heart has different chambers to prevent the oxygen rich blood from mixing with the carbon dioxide rich blood. Since ventricles have to pump blood into various organs, they have thicker walls. Why is pancreas called a dual function gland? Write the name of its hormones. Pancreas has a dual function because it acts as both as endocrine gland and exocrine gland. That is, it's a part of both hormonal and digestive system of the body respectively. It secretes hormones, insulin and glucagon as well as digestive enzymes. I hope you are all familiar with insulin, which brings down the glucose level when it goes high in the blood. You may not be familiar with the glucagon. Glucagon is another hormone secreted by pancreas which will increase the glucose level when it goes down. Actually, it is acting opposite of the insulin action. If villi are absent in the small intestine, what will happen? Intestinal villi are tiny finger-like projections made up of cells that line the entire length of the small intestine. The villi or villus is singular and villi plural, absorb nutrients from the food we eat and then shuttle those nutrients into the bloodstream so that they can be sent where they are needed. If one doesn't have functioning intestinal villi, they can become malnourished or even starve, regardless of how much food they eat, because the body simply isn't able to absorb and make use of that food. What is dialysis? Under what conditions is it carried out? An artificial kidney is a dialysis machine. When both the kidneys become fail to work, the dialysis machine is used out. The patient's blood is led from the radial artery in his arm through the machine where urea and excess salts are removed, and the purified blood is returned to a vein in the same arm. Blood circulation in fishes is different from the blood circulation in human beings, justify the statement. Fishes have only two chambers in their heart. The blood is pumped to the gills to get oxygenated blood from there it is passing directly to rest of the body. Thus the blood goes only once through the heart during one cycle of passage through the body. In human beings, during circulation, blood travels twice through the heart in one complete cycle of the body and is called double circulation. The pathway of blood from the heart to the lungs and back to the heart is called pulmonary circulation, and the pathway of blood from the heart to the rest of the body and back to heart is called systemic circulation. Even if you don't remember the names, at least the pathway you should remember between heart and lungs and also between heart and different organs of the body. The respiratory organs are well adapted to carry out efficient exchange of gases. Mention any two characteristics of alveoli in human that ensures efficient exchange of gases. This is a very important question. These points are applicable to the characteristics of any respiratory surface. Uh, there are different points: increased surface area, moist surface, thin and delicate membrane, rich supply of blood vessels. How do platelets help in minimizing blood loss during injury? What would happen if the bleeding is not minimized or stopped? Platelets help in forming a clot at the site of bleeding injury with the help of some clotting factors. This will stop the bleeding. Excessive bleeding can lead to death of the patient. Why does absorption of digested food occur mainly in the small intestine? The process of digestion is completed in the small intestine with the help of digestive enzymes. Wall of the small intestine has numerous finger-like projections to increase the surface area of absorption. List out any four different strategies used by plants for excretion. Storage in cellular vacuoles, storage in leaves that fall off, storing as resins and gums in old xylem, and by excreting into the soil around them. What is the role of hydrochloric acid in stomach and bile in our small intestine? Hydrochloric acid has two important functions. One, it kills the germs. Second, it makes the activates the enzyme pepsin because it is in an inactive form, pepsinogen. Whereas bile is a secretion from the liver, which is not an enzyme. Bile emulsifies the large globules of fat into smaller ones so that the pancreatic enzyme lipase can digest it. And along with that, bile will make the food alkaline so that the enzymes can act on it.